May I come in, sir?
Please come in.
Good afternoon, sir.
Please sit down.
Thank you, sir.
You are Mr. GOUTAM THAKURI
Yes, sir.
and you belong to Darjeeling,
Yes, sir.
and you have done graduation in political science and economics.
Yes, sir.
And so far as prizes are concerned, you have presented a research paper on role of Buddhism.
Yes, sir.
You secured 60th rank in NDA examination,
Yes, sir.
and you cleared UGC NET JRF examination 2023.
Yes, sir.
You were captain of college hockey team. You have NCC B certificate of Army Wing, and you have gold medal in boxing and football.
Yes, sir.
You organized a seminar on Indo-Nepal relations, and and you are volunteer at Healing Himalayas NGO.
Yes, sir.
You love to watch movies of fantasy genre,
Yes, sir.
and you love playing and watching football.
Yes, sir.
Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Gautam, I see there's a lot of, you have written a research topic on role of Buddhism.
Yes, sir.
Is it because your name is Gautam and that's why you are attracted towards Buddhism?
No, sir. It's not the main reason. Mainly the reason was that we are exploring the topic on soft power. So we thought of exploring a segment of our culture and civilization links. So Buddhism was an interesting topic to look upon.
Okay, what does Buddhism stand for? Is it a Hindu religion or is it a separate religion?
Sir, it is considered as a separate religion founded by Gautam Buddha, and Buddhism stands for the principles of non-violence and peace and prosperity.
So is it's a separate religion?
Yes, sir, it's a separate religion.
But is it so recognized in Indian census?
Sir, it is considered as a Hindu people following from Hindu religion.
So a Buddhist would be a Hindu or a Buddhist?
So technically he would be a Buddhist, but few of our provisions of our constitution and our laws, when they talk about Hinduism, they consider Buddhism and Jains and Parsis inside.
I'm getting more confused whatever you are saying.
Yes, sir.
So if in DAF,
yes, sir.
If I'm a Buddhist,
yes, sir.
So can I write Buddhist or do I have to write Hindu?
No, sir, you can mention Buddhism.
I can mention.
Yes, sir, Buddhist.
Okay. What does Buddhism stand for? What is the story of Gautam Buddha?
Yes, sir. Sir, Gautam Buddha was a young prince in Lumbini, Nepal. He was born in Lumbini, Nepal. Sir, as he was a young prince, but he searched for enlightenment, and his enlightenment led to him meditating in Sarnath for many years. And after that, he got enlightenment. He spread the message of mainly the Buddhist principles, to call the Four Noble Truths and his Eightfold Path.
Who is one very famous author who discovered a lot of manuscripts on Buddhism from Nepal and China and Ladakh, Leh and all that?
Sorry, sir, I am not aware about that.
Is it Rahul Sanskrita or something?
Sir, I have heard about Rahul Sankritan, that he belonged to Bihar province, and then he did research on the Buddhist.
Okay, so what did you conclude? In your article on role of Buddhism as soft power.
Sir, in this article we conclude that how India has been utilizing its Buddhism as a soft power potential in the various fronts, be it the tourism and also in improving its relations with the East Asian countries, mainly Japan, South Korea, Laos, Thailand, and also Bhutan. We also made few recommendations like how this soft power could be explored more better.
So you think that religious affiliations do matter in diplomacy?
Yes, sir. I believe that religion matters in terms of diplomacy because, sir, in diplomacy, soft power plays an important role in diplomacy. And in soft power, one of the tools is culture, and in culture, religion forms an essential part. And India is home to so many religions, so we can utilize its potential.
So if it's a question of geopolitical situation,
yes, sir,
or it's a question of animosity, say in Southeast Asia,
yes, sir,
where India is positioned against Japan,
Yes.
So do you think that because of Buddhism, Japan would still favor India, although India's stand is against Japan?
Sir, I believe that in geopolitical sense, geopolitical arena, countries are guided by their national interest. So it is not necessary that it is all that they will be against it. There are in every with every country's relations with every country, there are few ups and downs, and there are few agreements and disagreements at the same time.
So when it's a matter of diplomacy, then Buddhism won't help, isn't it?
It would help us to a certain extent, sir, because if the tourists of like Buddhism of Japan come to India, they will have a goodwill towards India. So it will also give a good understanding.
Okay. Why did you leave? You took admission in Rashtriya Military School.
Yes, sir.
Which was essentially meant to groom students to join the army.
Yes, sir.
You also qualified in NTA.
Yes, sir.
Then why did you leave it?
Sir, I could not join the National Defence Academy due to my medical reasons.
Okay.
Yes, sir. My kidney shape is like, it's called as malrotated kidney. It is facing little bit anterior towards front. So it is an anomaly which they don't consider to the defense standards.
Okay, but you did well in NCC B also. You have NCC B certificate.
Yes, sir.
What is the NCC B and NCC A certificate? What is the difference?
Sir, NCC certificates are provided according to grading, like the experience. In junior wing, we are usually given the A certificate, and in senior wing, we are given the B and C certificate.
So you, went ahead till B. You could not go to C.
Yes, sir. I did till B.
Okay. And what is this Himalaya NGO, Healing Himalayas NGO?
Yes, sir. Sir, Healing Himalayas NGO is by one of my seniors. It aims to restore the pristine beauty of Himalayas with a focus on sustainable tourism and waste management. Presently, it is working in the the areas of Himachal Pradesh.
But you were located in Bangalore and in Darjeeling, so how did you do anything in Himachal Pradesh?
Sir, I joined this Healing Himalayas NGO during my college years in Delhi University, and I'm still continued it in my masters, and now also I'm active member of that.
Okay. What are the activities here?
Sir, our NGO basically deals with waste management. Its primary focus is on waste management. So we generally focus on trek routes, because in trek it is also said that in Himalayas, follow the plastic, you will reach your destination. So if there are when the trekkers go for trek, they leave so much waste. So our main message was to influence them and also make them aware like what they are doing, and we at the same time we also promote the message of circular economy.
What is circular economy?
Sir, circular economy means that the waste we produce, it should be recycled and bring back.
Okay, but when the trekkers go,
yes, sir.
So they have to leave the waste somewhere. So what is the solution? Because they can't be carrying the waste till the top and then again come back with that waste. What is the solution you have?
Sir, to this problem, we have mainly focused on small scale solutions like the plastic bottle. All the trekkers carry this plastic bottle, and when they use it, they throw it. Instead of that, if you can carry their like steel thermos or small their bamboo you get bottles, if they can carry, then they can fill it again and they can move. So the small steps can contribute a larger cause.
That also increases the weight.
Sir, I think
yes.
Sir, I think a trekker can carry a small bottle if it's possible. He doesn't need to throw it. So we mainly focus on this small scale solutions, and we have also installed dustbins in between the trekking routes.
But at the same time, I want a clean water while on trekking. So my thermos is empty. Then I have to take some local water from somewhere. When I carry my own plastic bottles, I'm short of the water which I'm having.
Yes, sir. Mainly when we do our treks, we also face this issue. But I feel the Himalayan waters which come from waterfalls, they are very pure, and I myself have tasted these waters. So I feel that trekkers can experience this thing also.
Okay, tell us something about Darjeeling.
Yes. Sir, Darjeeling is located in West Bengal. It is mainly famous for its huge Himalayas and its tea gardens, lushy tea gardens. Darjeeling, as it was a summer retreat destination of Britishers, it still continues to be a summer destination for most of the tourists in India. Presently, the tourism and tea garden forms a backbone economy of this region.
So, are you fond of tea?
Yes, sir.
How do you know which is good tea and which is not good tea? How it is processed? How the tea leaves are processed?
Yes, sir. Actually, all of the teas have their own benefits and disadvantages. Basically, the teas they are divided like mainly with the teas which are produced in Darjeeling. It is called black tea, white tea, green tea, and oolong tea, which is a Chinese variety. It is mainly the varieties change according to the level of oxidation which you do. The black tea is the most oxidized form of tea leaves, and the tea flushes, which they are called, they are plucked in the 6 month in the window of March to November, where there are 4 flush seasons. First flush season is mainly responsible for the green tea, which is mainly exported out of India, and the rest go on further do.
You qualified UGC NET.
Yes, sir.
You have an intention to go for PhD?
Presently, sir, I have not thought about it. Presently, I am focusing on my UPSC.
Why did you write then UGC NET? You want to go for lectureship?
Sir, I have considered this UGC NET JRF as a backup option. Like if after this UPSC journey, if I could not qualify, then I'll move pursuing my academics.
You are not sure about your UPSC journey?
I'm sure, sir, that I've done well this time. But in case if things don't go,
Is it a tough, UPSC journey is a tough one? Really tough?
yes, sir, I feel it is a tough journey.
Tough?
Yes, sir.
I mean, good. One nation, one election. What is your personal view on that?
Sir, in my opinion, I believe that one nation, one election is a good step, as we have seen that there are so much expenditure, and due to model code of conduct, development activities come to an halt, and there is this money, muscle money power, which is so much involved in elections. I feel one nation, one election will help in democratizing the elections. However, there are challenges to this one nation, one elections because of so many states. This elections frequency can't be matched together.
You talked about muscle power.
Yes, sir.
How do you overcome that problem as an administrator?
Sir, muscle power or money muscle?
Money power, both? Or let's say money power only.
Sir, as an administrator, in the election time, I can look into this, as the model code of conduct already gives some guidelines regarding the elections spending of a candidate. I'll ensure that first of all these guidelines are fully followed in letter and spirit. At the same time, I'll also check upon that in campaigns this uses of money as bribes or in any other form is not promoted.
One nation, one tax. Has it been implemented in its own spirit?
Sir, one nation, one tax has been implemented in the indirect taxes. We can see it was in the 103rd constitutional amendment. It was in the goods and services tax. It has been not implemented fully because there are certain exemptions till now, that is the petroleum or the aviation fuel. These are the areas where it has not been implemented
But there
fully.
is no one tax, no? There are different slabs. One tax means, as a layman, I assume that there should be one single rate of GST. Is it possible to have?
Sir, in my opinion, I believe that it will be a very difficult thing to decide because in few goods, if the taxes is, will be very difficult to agree upon a single slab of taxes in indirect taxes, because there are various products which have their prices from ₹1 to crores and lakhs. So it will be very difficult.
You know the different type of GST?
Sorry, sir, I have to read upon that.
You know the GST slab rates?
Sorry, sir, I am not able to recall at this moment.
US, we have two parliament, two upper house.
Yes.
US also has two houses. What are those?
Sir, that is one of them is the Senate. Second is the sorry, sir, I am not able to recall the
Senate, how many members are there?
Sir, Senate, there are, for each state there are 2 members.
So how many members are there?
100, sir.
What is that single transferable vote in India?
Sir, the single transferable vote is used in the method of elections in India, if we can talk about, it is used in the elections of our president, president or our vice president. In this single transferable vote, mainly when the votes are put after the first candidate has been elected, if there are vacancies, then that votes of second and third, the votes gets transferred to the second and third and so on till we get an
I'm a
candidate.
voter. How do I vote? What is the criteria? How do I vote?
Like sir, for example, if you have 3 candidates, you give priority like first choice, second choice, third choice. After the first candidate has been selected, the second choices they are get transferred and so on. You get elected.
US democracy and Indian democracy. Which one is good as per you?
Sir, I believe that both countries have their sustained democracies. One is the oldest democracy and is the other one is the largest democracy. I believe, sir, both of them are doing very well and they both are good, sir.
We should not change. We should follow US democracy system. Will it be? What's your view on that?
Sir, there are always scope for improvement. We can make changes to our democratic system where there are fault lines. However, it is not that US democracy is perfect.
What are the 4 lines you find in our Indian democracy system?
Sir, in Indian democracy, there are few challenges that we face. We can talk about it in elections where there is criminalization of politics, or there is, we have seen that our parliament, there is inefficient functioning of parliament in recent times. There have been disruptions, or we can also talk about the anti-defection law. These could be improved.
Gautam Thakuri.
Yes, sir.
Thakuri, did your school friends or college friends ever teased you with your surname?
No, sir, but few of my seniors called me from this name. Like,
You felt offended?
no, sir, they used to call it in a friendly manner, so I did
In a
not.
friendly manner. Darjeeling, how Darjeeling and Maoism is related?
Sir, the Naxalbari movement, which believed in the Maoist ideology, started in 1967
67.
in Naxalbari block of Darjeeling region. Sir.
Only one place?
Sir, it ignited in that place in the Naxalbari district. It started.
3
Later on,
places. Almost simultaneously. Almost simultaneously.
sorry, sir, I am not aware about that other regions.
You heard Khoribari?
Yes, sir, it's nearby to Naxalbari.
Yeah. Fansi Deva?
Yes, sir, it is the nearby block.
There are 3 places where it all started. Okay. Your mother tongue is Nepali.
Yes, sir.
Your mom is a Nepali?
So both of my parents were
Both the parents are Nepali. So your citizenship is what?
Indian.
Indian citizenship.
Yes, sir.
Your parents' citizenship was?
Indian.
Indian citizenship.
Yes, sir.
Okay. When was the Anglo-Nepalese war fought?
Sir, 1815.
1815.
Yes, sir.
What was the treaty signed?
Treaty of Sugauli.
Sagauli.
Yes, sir.
It was in news recently, no? Why?
Sorry, sir, I have not heard about that. I have to read upon
The
it.
Kalapani area?
Yes, sir. Sir, in the Kalapani dispute, it was mentioned. The Kalapani dispute is called by the Nepalese government that the Kalapani Limpedhura area.
What was the crux of the dispute?
Sir, they believe that the Limpedhura, actually, according to the Treaty of Sugauli, the Kali River formed the boundary.
Yes.
However, the Nepalese side believe that the Limpedhura and Kalapani area lies west to the. So they believe that it is Indian territory.
Okay.
However, the Indian side claims.
Which is India's state and district there?
Sir, it is in Uttarakhand. Sir, I'm not. I've not read about the district.
Pithoragarh.
Pithoragarh.
Okay. Any other river dispute with Nepal?
River dispute.
Any other river dispute with Nepal?
Sir, there have been minute frictions on the river Kosi regarding that it has led to flooding.
Susta river, suna hai? It was also in news. Susta river.
Yes, sir. In Susta region also there is dispute.
Okay.
However, the Indian side claims that there is no dispute.
You used the term national interest.
Yes, sir.
Can you throw a little more light on that?
Yes. Sir, national interest is a term which says that countries always try to pursue their national their interest or their
Have you heard of the word grand strategy?
grand strategy.
Yeah. But no,
Sir, in term, yes sir.
no. This same-sex marriage was in news, right?
Yes sir.
I know what's happening. What's the Supreme Court judgment? I want to know your opinion.
Sir, in my opinion, I believe that same-sex marriage, denying same-sex marriage rights is a discrimination to them. However, as the Supreme Court has said,
No, I'm not interested. I'm interested only in your opinion. It's a discrimination.
yes sir, so I believe that it's a discrimination, but as the parliament represents the culture,
That's
and
okay, leave it.
I believe sir, it should come from the parliament. It should come.
I'm not bothered. I just want to know your opinion, individual opinion.
Yes sir, in my opinion, I believe that rights should be given to
Give it. Good. Can you define adultery to me?
Yes sir.
Yeah.
Sir, adultery was a criminal in the Indian Penal Code, which was struck down by the Supreme Court. Adultery basically, sir, it meant that you have relations, external relations.
Who has?
It was
Why it was stuck?
sir, it was found discriminatory.
How?
Because it punished only the male member. However, there were no provisions for the female.
It punished the male.
There were criminal provisions for
Okay.
the male
How,
part.
how things have changed after adultery? Can somebody seek divorce on the grounds of adultery now?
Yes sir, they can seek.
They can seek divorce. Achha. Very recently, there was a case where Kerala mother, committed suicide. Her children were there in Australia. When the G20 was happening, this very unfortunate incident happened because she could not take care of her children well. So the local district authorities, took the custody of the children, and she was not given the custody of the children. She fought for many months, came to India, ran from pillar to post, but nobody listened to her. Finally, she committed suicide. So, don't you think we went against the laws of nature, giving the right of mother rightful access to her own children? And the nation just maintained pin drop silence on it.
Sir, actually, I am not aware about this.
No. Now I have told you the situation.
Yes.
You tell me what ethical values as a country we did not display.
Sir, I feel that on compassionate grounds, some things like our Indian Foreign Ministry could have approached the Australian Ministry side about this issue and some sort of.
G20 आपने नाम सुना?
Yes.
G20 you heard, right? India hosted.
Yes.
Grand celebrations happening.
Yes.
How many? You heard of this word Sherpa?
Yes, sir.
How many tracks are there in G20?
Sorry, sir. I have to read about the number of tracks.
Okay. Universal adult suffrage, right?
Yes, sir.
What does it mean?
Sir, universal adult suffrage means to give voting rights to everyone above the age of 18.
Okay. Don't you think it has done more harm than good? Take time. Think.
Sir, in my opinion, I don't believe that it has done more harm. Overall, I feel that it has done more goodwill as it has led to more democratization.
What has it got to your country? A person who does not understand the ill-minded approach of the government, who cannot, internalize what is happening and then take a logical decision. You've just given it to somebody who's crossed the age of 18. That's all. And people are selling their vote for 1,000 rupees, 500 rupees. Was this the democracy our national leaders dreamt of?
Sir, I believe that after our 75 years of our independence, I believe, sir, there have been few challenges that as you have mentioned, but I believe that giving universal adult suffrage has done more good, as we have seen that people have not been.
What good?
Sir, it is not that people have not been critical of any wrongdoings. We can see that people have voiced their concerns and.
You made a statement while answering sir's question. You said US is the oldest democracy. I don't think so. You agree with that? That US is the oldest democracy? Why did Ambedkar, changed his religion to Buddhism? What was the reasons? What he mentioned?
Sir, the main reason was why Ambedkar changed to Buddhism was he faced caste discrimination in the Hindu religion.
No, he did not say that. That was not the reason for his changing to Buddhism.
Sir, he said that I was born as a Hindu, but I do not want to die as a.
Oh, you said NCC B certificate, right?
Yes, sir.
Written exam bhi hota hai, no?
Yes, sir.
Before you have given this certificate.
Yes, sir.
Can you define what is an ambush to me?
Sir, an ambush is depend when an enemy's attack is suddenly happened. Like,
This is how you define ambush?
no, sir.
Huh?
Sir, in
Take. That's all. Sir.
You highlighted that there are certain provisions in law which, and in those provisions, Buddhism or Buddhist are included within the Hindu religion, or Hindu includes Buddhist also. Am I right?
yes, sir, I mentioned that.
So can you name those provisions, or where, in which law this is highlighted that Hindu include Buddhist, Jain?
Sir, it is included in the to name a provision. It is included in the fundamental right which belongs to the freedom of religion regarding to the entry of regarding to temples. Sir.
So fundamental rights are given in part 3rd.
Yes, sir.
Which article? We can.
Sir, I'm not sure about the. I'm not recalling the exact article number, but it mainly deals with temples, of Indian temples. Sir, there it is mentioned that Hindu temples, and it includes Parsis.
Okay. Then you also joined with the NGO. Recently, the licenses are something, permissions given by the appropriate authorities regarding the NGO cancelled. Can you highlight that? What is the reason and under which law the relevant authorities are taking action against those NGOs?
Yes, sir. Recently, there have been uses of license being cancelled of NGOs. These are being basically done under the Foreign Contribution and Regulation Act of. Sir, I'm not able to recall about the year, sir.
Is there change incorporated in this act, or the action is taken as the originally whatever written in that very law?
Sir, there have been amendments. There was a recent amendments 2-3 years back, sir, where.
Can you highlight certain amendments? What is the amendment which are required to be fulfilled by a NGO?
Sir, according to the amended law.
Yeah.
So according to the amended law, it was mentioned that for NGOs to receive foreign funding, they should have a account in State Bank of India in Delhi branch. They should also possess Aadhaar card, and they cannot transfer their funds for other work. And there was also a certain percentage mentioned where they could utilize their fund for administrative purposes.
Okay. Any other purpose? If that NGO is not working for certain period?
Sorry, sir, I have to read about that.
Okay. Then you done your LLM from JNU. Jawaharlal.
Yes, sir.
So what is the topic of dissertation? I think you wrote a dissertation or some research.
Sir, in my master's, there was no provision of dissertation. However, I wrote few papers.
Okay. So international relation, can you highlight certain provision in constitution which we can highlight a respect for international law? Is there any provision in our constitution which deals with the international law?
Deals with international law. Sir, there is the in our directive principles of state policy. There is Article 51.
Okay.
Which deals with international peace, promoting international peace.
Okay. Who can make law regarding the implementation of treaty, convention, or any agreement between two states?
Sir, the union.
Where it is written?
Sir, it is mentioned in the constitution, but I'm not sure about this.
Union means?
The parliament.
Parliament means unions.
Sir, union means the parliament, the executive and parliament.
Not judiciary.
Sir, Sorry, sir. I have to.
Okay. Then you just answered one question that GST is added by 103rd Amendment Constitution. Are you sure? It is a 103rd Amendment. By which amendment GST is incorporated or bringed in our Constitution?
Sorry, sir. It was 101 amendment.
One. Then last question, can you highlight any two drawbacks if we are implementing one nation, one election?
Yes, sir. Sir, it is one of them. First of them, it is believed that it will lead to national priorities being, the regional priorities being.
No, I'm not asking believed, but any other constitutional or legal, from legal point of view.
Sir, first of all, it will be very difficult to bring synergy in the term of state legislative assemblies, because already some are like they have just started. So we have to bring constitutional amendments.
Okay, that's okay. But last question, can you name the case where Supreme Court bring the collegium system in the appointment of election commissions?
Sorry, sir, I have to read.
And recently that case law is diluted by a law made by the parliament.
So recently there was an amendment act about the appointment of the election commissioners.
Amendment act or act?
Act was passed, sir. So
can you highlight two articles which lead to the enactment of this law? Which article the parliament is going to fulfill, or what is the objective behind that act?
sir, I'm not sure about the article number.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I just want to ask one question because you written hockey.
Yes, sir.
Happens to be my favorite sport also.
Yes, sir.
What happened to India in hockey? क्या हो गया? There were times when consecutive golds we used to get.
Yes, sir.
You know, suddenly Olympics की मैं बात कर रहा हूँ. Do you know when India got the last gold in Olympics?
Sir, 1980.
1980.
Yes, sir.
उसके बाद से आया नहीं.
Yes.
So it means 44 years now that we have not got a gold. What happened suddenly? We forgot how to play, or like what happened?
Sir, it is believed that there are a variety of reasons for the decline of hockey
One
standards.
reason gave that.
Sir, earlier when it was played, our players were better in the grass green field, but the introduction of AstroTurf, it led to the advantage of the nations like Argentina, Belgium, and
No. We are good on AstroTurf also. But something else happened.
sorry, sir, I have to read about that.
Good. Sir.
Okay, Mr. Gautam, your interview is over now.
Thank you, sir.
Right? So we have some observations. One is that you started off well, right? You started off well, confidently you were answering and everything was okay. But as time passed by and few of the questions, you did not know the answers.
Yes, sir.
So that kept on dipping your confidence.
Yes, sir.
So that kept on going down. Now, the only thing I want to say is that in the interview board,
Yes, sir.
there would be somebody who will try to bring you down,
Yes.
who will just try to test your patience, test your confidence,
Yes, sir.
and test that how much you are able to withstand,
Yes.
which we call a stress test. So that you have to improve, because not knowing answer is not so important. This is not the test of your knowledge.
Yes.
This is the test of your personality, and standing up to adverse situation should be part of your personality,
Yes.
right? So you have to work on that. Second thing is that if you don't know or you are just trying to remember, so instead of saying something there, just trying to remember, take time.
Sure, sir.
Take 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 20 seconds just to recall and then speak out confidently.
Sure, sir.
Third thing, this issue of universal adult suffrage was raised. What was being hinted at was that people who are 18 years, if they are not educated, how they will decide whom to vote for. But voting is not dependent upon education, it is dependent upon common sense. It is dependent upon, who is going to work for me, who is going to work for the society. Education is not required for that. What is required is common sense. So, right?
Yes.
So take care of this. I think you need to work on, that don't lose your confidence.
Sure, sir.
Even if you have not answered 20 questions one after another, don't lose your confidence.
Sure, sir.
Right?
Okay.
ठीक है नहीं आई थिंक थोड़ा पिच को थोड़ा सा अगर थोड़ा सा क्यों जी थोड़ी एनर्जी
ठीक है.
One more, your gesture of hand movement. I wanted to correct you initially,
Yes.
the moment you started, but I thought maybe you will get bogged down by that correction.
Yes, sir.
So I very, a lot of effort I spent myself. It doesn't give, see, तू आधा फौजी है,
Yes.
रिमको में तूने 6th standard से निकाल दिया, ठीक है?
Yes.
So you've been there for 6 years,
Yes, sir.
right? So you're half fauji. It was only that commissioning that was left.
Yes.
Okay. So people will expect you to be much more, poised in your body language.
Sure.
थोड़ा उस पे काम करो. बाकी I personally feel sir, as sir said, I know students 17, 18 questions. Sorry sir, don't know. Sorry sir, don't know. Sorry sir, don't know. Came back with first rank or in the first rank. So there is not a test of your knowledge. If you know it, good. If you don't know it, perfectly alright. But how do you respond to a difficult question?
Yes.
Same-sex marriage, good response. Trust me, it was good response. Okay? And US is not the oldest democracy, though they have been successful in bringing a narrative that they are the oldest democracy, but they are not. Buddhism all talked about democracy. That's the reason why Ambedkar tilted more towards Buddhism at the end of his, not to remove that Hindu tag or something like that. That was not the aim. Adultery, thoda ambush. You got ambushed basically.
Yes.
Okay? Chalo, baki from my side, you're a strong candidate. Okay?
Good, yeah. Though the question which related from my side, they are not directly with you, but good. When you are answering the question, take little pause. And the way you are answering that 103rd constitutional amendment.
Yes.
So then, when you are also highlighting, there is Article 25.
Yes, sir.
Here, many things are written, but it is good that you are highlighting. Then Article 253 of Constitution says, if there is a international treaties, covenants, then Parliament is the appropriate authority. So two article 151 is and 253. Then I think there is no any other point which we should, but we continue with your area, and I think all the best.
Thank you, sir.
You're facing interview for the first time?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is your which attempt? Otherwise?
Second,
Overall second attempt?
Yes, sir.
First attempt, कहाँ तक पहुँचे?
mains
Mains you could not clear.
could not clear.
Political science is your option?
Yes, sir.
All science is your option.
Yes, sir.
And you have done that from very much.
Yes, sir.
Matlab, the moment you came to know that you are unfit for army, you shifted your focus to UPSC.
Yes, sir.
Good.
You have anything to say?
Sir, I wanted to ask about that body language part, sir. Is was
Other
it
than moving the hand.
like should I not
Thoda
move?
more, see, this is a perfect posture.
Yes, sir.
Attention में बैठने
Okay,
की
sir.
जरूरत है।
Sorry,
हाँ,
sir.
थोड़ा, ठीक है?
Okay.
बस। One
पिच को थोड़ा सा आगे
Sure, sir.
गुड
बॉक्सर यार,
ठीक है.
ठीक है? हाँ, डबलिंग बार। ठीक।
Thank you, sir.
ऑल द बेस्ट
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. All the best.
Thank you.